Oh yeah, OwlCrate time. Hello and welcome back to the channel. We're doing October 2020 Legends of Lore unboxing and book review. Very excited for this book review, somewhat excited for this box, so let's get started. Starting off right away with Hey Atlas Creatives designed Owlcrate Enamel Pin. Now this pin is based off of a coin that's used by the characters in the book of this book box. Following that is a bowl cozy with a fabric designed by Janine Lecour, and it's based off of the fabric in the Spin the Dawn's cover. And it's mostly used if you have like a hot soup that you want to eat on your lap, like the animal you are. So following this, we have some soap, and it's created by Motherland Essentials, inspired by the A Song of Wraiths and Ruins, and it is based off of the Solstice Festival in that book, supposedly. Alright, and then the next one is designed by Lady Chubb Letters. Now this is inspired by the Star-Touched Queen book, and it is a little bamboo phone stand with a quote from that book on it. I mean, there's really not much else to say. It's a bamboo phone stand. We'll see if it works later, I guess. So then after that, we have something designed by OwlCrate, and it's based off of the Girls of Paper and Fire book from them, which I actually have a copy, but I never actually read it. So note to self, read that book. This is a glass nail file, and cool. And finally, for the items in this box, we also have something designed by Team OwlCrate, and it's inspired by the Woven in Moonlight book. And it has generated a lot of frustration for me as I try to get it out of the box. Anyway, these are supposed to be wind chimes, and they're supposed to add a little bit of magic to your house. I feel like it's going to add nothing but frustration and tangles. Following that is a complimentary copy of the audiobook Raybearer, and it is, I'm a big fan of audiobooks, so I like that. Then there's also an exclusive sneak peek at the We Free the Stars book. And finally, we have the Legendborn book. And I'm really eager for this one. This one has an exclusive cover, and the main difference is the color of magic on the main girl's arms on the cover. There's a letter from the author, there's a little booklet that describes what's in there, and then there's a hint as well for the next book. Alright, so then going back to the book, I unwrapped it from its little plastic, and we're going to take a quick peek of the inner dust jacket. Now this is an exclusive design by Incus_Dinkus, and it is a quote that says, "This is your beginning." Okay, so then as I'm arranging these items, I'm going to say a couple of quick thoughts on them before I move on to the reading the book / the book review. Overall, this box was a bit of a miss for me, if I'm going to be honest. It's not that the items aren't bad, it's just I haven't read any of the books that they're based off of. I'm actually 0 for 5, and I have read literally so many young adult books. I'm a little bit surprised that I didn't get a single one of them. As far as the quality of the items, the nail file is great. The pin is great as always. I liked the bowl cozy just because I don't have a bowl cozy. If I was ever to pick out a pattern on my own, I probably wouldn't have gone for the sun and clouds one. But honestly, there's really nothing to complain there. The soap, it is soap based off of a thing that I don't recognize. The phone stand, I think I could use that one pretty well in my bathroom, if that makes sense. I'm always listening to audiobooks as I'm putting on my makeup and whatnot. So it'd be kind of nice to have somewhere to put the phone rather than balancing it on a counter. The item that I'm not a fan of is, unsurprisingly, this wind chime thingy. I don't know, I think I'm just, in general, I don't like wind chimes. I feel like they're very annoying. They get tangled so easy, and I feel like you just spend all of your time trying to untangle it. But we'll give it a shot in the house and see how I feel later. Okay, so now we're moving on to the book, Legendborn. Very excited about this one. So we start off following Bree Matthews. Bree is 16 and she has just lost her mother. Like literally page 1, mother is dead, boom boom done. However, 3 months later we catch up with her again and we realize that she's not over this, obviously. But like it's a bone deep sadness and she cannot live under the roof where her mother lived any longer. So she decides to go with her friend to this early college program at her mother's alma mater. And at first, it's actually pretty good. It's great to be out of the house. It's great to see new people. She goes to a frat party and, one thing leads to another. And like typical frat parties, it's crashed by a giant slobbering monster that's trying to kill all the frat boys. Just girly things. So she ends up realizing that there's this whole secret society on campus. As in, they are descendants from the Knights of the Round Table, from King Arthur, and they have a kind of a structured society based off of that. She very quickly realizes that there's something probably related to her mother's death within the upper ranks of this secret society. So she finds a way in and worms her way there. And then also at the same time, she ends up meeting up with a friend of her mother's and realizing that her mother's past was nowhere near the vanilla belief she's always had. Now, this book on a whole, I quite liked it. There's really not that many books out there where I say the full 500 pages is worth it. And in all honesty, this one, I think it could have clocked in at 450, 400, and the same story would have been told. That being said, it didn't feel like a 500-page book. Like, it was good throughout. Love the character of Bree. I thought she was a little wishy-washy at sometimes, but like nothing that bothered me a lot. The magic system in this book, I liked the dynamics because there's not just the Arthur and the Round Table, but there's other branches of magic, and I love the exploration of that. I thought that was very well done. I do think that the Secret Society was a little bit convoluted, if that makes sense. There's a lot of names, a lot of rankings, and I did kind of tune out for that, and I figured I'd just pick it up if it was important. But all in all, I say this one was really good, and I'm definitely going to check out the sequel. I am super intrigued by that. As always, thanks so much for watching and happy reading. Bye!